One bar each, doing the whole thing.
Yeah, I did the whole thing twice now. So let's try some of those. It's easier to repeat each one. That's not easy one. So we have one note, 3, 2, 3, 3, 1. So that's a build-up. And the conclusion. Perfect. 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's perfect phrase. I'll start, okay? Let's see if I can do it. 1, 2, 1, 2. The challenges to learn improvisation, well, the first one would be to learn how to play your instrument to such a level that you don't really have to think about it anymore when you play, because you're improvising. You don't want to be concerned about technical issues and stuff like that, how to play, for instance, the saxophone, the notes you're playing. And also you have to master the harmony, because you're improvising. You might be improvising in different keys, different speed, different harmonic progression, what scale you're using. If you're thinking about any of that, again, you're not really improvising. So it takes years to master all of those things, so they really become second nature, and you can just improvise with the sound and, you know, eventually focusing on other things that is actually not music, and that's a challenge. To help musicians to have a conversation, one of the important things is to listen. We have sometimes different exercises that help you to listen, to hear what somebody's doing, and then have exercises where somebody does something and then you have to react to it, and different things like that within improvisation. Teaching gives me an opportunity to meet young musicians. Young players are really, they have a lot of energy. They're really idealistic about music. They see the world is open to them. So when I'm with them and I have the opportunity to work with them, we share that energy together, their enthusiasm. Also, they keep me in touch with what's going on now, the different styles, how they make me hear young players that I don't know about otherwise. So I find that's an inspiring and energized experience for me. I think I'm a good teacher because my natural way of learning is such that I'm not so natural. I think when you're really natural musician, like musicians that it really comes easy to them, and I can see that with some of my students, and they had to teach and they didn't really know, they couldn't remember how they learned. I do remember, because it was not easy for me. I remember working on so many things. So often when a student comes to me and he's having a difficulty, a challenge in music, most of the time I had that challenge. And I know how I overcome it because of my style of learning. I write a lot. I have journals of what I've been working on. I remember, it's just the way I do it. I write music, I write exercises, so I can always pull out something and say, okay, check this out, you know. Or I could tell him, I remember when I worked on that. That's what I did, that helped me. And I have different ways. And I did a lot of exercises or a way of practicing that did not work for me. So I had to try other ones. So I was not natural this way. So that made me a good teacher, because, you know, I was not so natural, maybe, you know. I can think about great players in jazz history like Charlie Parker, Clifford Brown. They were in their 20s and they already were like master of improvisation. But that's not, those are exceptions. Most of the time it would take, you know, by the time you start in you go to university, then you're in your 30 something, then you start to have a bit of an idea of where you're going with this, most of the time. And then when you get, when you're around 40, you start to be a bit more mature, more of an idea what is your style, and more secure also. And now I'm in my 50s, and now I really feel more confident. I would think it's more confident, and I really learned to accept what I sound like, and I'm not down on myself. Oh, I sound like this. I know what I sound like, and I know where I'm going with this. And so it takes a long time. It never stops. It's a long process, improvisation and music, or art in general.